I just wanted to do a mental health update because I really haven't in a while. So, pretty much things have gotten better since I started taking Zoloft, which was, I want to say like almost 4 months ago. I noticed an instant difference when I started taking the Zoloft, but there was a lot of side effects that lasted about a month. And they ended up going away. So I had issues sleeping in the beginning, and I still have issues eating. It kind of took away my appetite a little bit. And what was the other issue? Oh yeah, like not interested in sex. So that's another side effect, and it's still kind of a side effect, which kind of sucks. It isn't the end of the world though, so don't let that be your end all be all if you're like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be interested in sex or something like that. There's other benefits that totally are worth it. So my one issue is that it's not a fix all, and what it does is it kind of takes the edge off of everything. So like if you were to blow up every day, say the Zoloft would help it to where you're not going to blow up every day, you're just going to blow up once a week or every other week if you have anger issues like me. Another thing is that, so I used to have anxiety attacks, like, you know, panic attacks, paranoia, anxiety, fear, and it would, like, take over me, like, a lot, like, multiple times a week. And now I don't have anxiety attacks anymore at all. I can't remember the last time I had one. It's been a long time. And the issue that I have that hasn't been resolved is my anger. So I get, like, it's like a snowball. Like, one thing will happen, and then another thing will happen. And it's like, you know, it's starting. It's almost like a shake. This is how I describe, like, and then another thing adds to it. So it just makes it more, and then another thing, and then another thing. And then, like, I blow up. Like a fucking psycho. So, yeah, and when it's happening, I'm trying to tell myself, like, it ain't worth it. Like, it's gonna pass. All those things that you're supposed to tell yourself, I tell myself. And it's still, I have a major fucking anger issue. So I think it has something to do with my brain and just the way I'm wired and, like, the way I've been wired through my childhood and shit like that. So anger is a major fucking issue. Okay. So, I had to go help my son do something, but, today is one of those fucking days. I'm just super irritated, on edge, and I try to, like, remember when it happens in my month so that maybe it's, like, a pattern with, like, my, period or hormone cycle. I think hormones definitely play a huge freaking role in what the hell is wrong with me. Because, like, 2 weeks before my period on the dot, like, I feel like shit. I'm depressed. I hate everything. It's, like, real. It's, like, a real thing for me. I know some people don't, deal with, like, PMS and crap, but, like, over the years, like, that has to be part of it, because it kind of has, like, a pattern. So yeah, like, my biggest thing is dealing with anger. I enjoy violence. I don't look like it. I'm super chill. Like, I try to put on, you know, I don't try to put on anything. I am, like, super spiritual and connected and loving and compassionate and empathetic to, like, a lot of things, but then I have this, like, really ugly side that's all anger and violence. I don't know what the hell. It's like we have this two sides of ourselves, and we have to find like balance, and it's like I'm constantly trying to get to that balance, but something could set me off and I'll just like flip the fuck out. I don't know. I've talked to my psychiatrist and let her know that my anxiety has turned to, well, it's gone, and then I don't know if it turned to anger or it just made my anger worse, or if it made it more like pronounced, like I just notice it more because I don't have a lot of panic attacks and anxiety anymore and worries. So maybe now I dealt with that issue, and maybe I'm moving over and I'm realizing that this anger issue exists more, and I need to figure out ways to deal with it. So I did get a gym membership again, so that's definitely gonna help. When I was going to the gym regularly, I was a lot happier. You walk out of the gym, you just feel good, you know, if you got like a good workout in. So that's one thing. And then my psychiatrist was like, do you want to up your dose of Zoloft? And I'm tempted to, just because like when I have my anger, like if that's gonna help, or what if that's making it worse? Like, I don't know that yet. Like, so I'm like worried. Like, I want to trust the psychiatrist, but she comes from, you know, like, I don't know. Like, she obviously she went to school. She knows what she's talking about. But I also know that when it comes to chemicals, like the more you take, the more dependent you are on those chemicals. And I still have like a dream of not being on chemicals, and not on anti-anxiety meds, and not on any meds. So, that's like my goal. Maybe that shouldn't be the most important thing, but I just have this weird thing where it's like a spiritual block, you know, to me, like being on medication. But I've benefited so much from it. Like, I'm stuck between these two different, like ways of, like, philosophical, I guess, ways of looking at how I'm supposed to live my life as far as chemicals, if that makes any sense. I don't know. So yeah, I asked her if she would prescribe me Xanax for when I have anger attacks, because yes, I am an addict, but Xanax has never been one of my drugs of choice. Like, I never took Xanax to get high. Xanax is not, like, my thing. Like, I'm not excited when someone has Xanax, so that's not an issue for me. And I tried to tell her that, but she's like, I never prescribe Xanax, ever. So, I'm like, okay. She said the only time she's ever prescribed Xanax is when she had a patient who was literally like 4th stage dying of cancer. So I'm like, okay, so there's probably like no chance of ever getting Xanax from her. And also another thing with the Xanax is she said that I would have to piss clean as far as THC and CBD. So that's not gonna happen. Like, I've seen CBD like help me a lot. Before I was taking anything, like, I started with CBD because I was trying anything to get my head right. And I did notice it was just CBD. It wasn't like both. It wasn't like a 1-to-1 or anything like that. It was just CBD. I think the tiniest bit of THC to like activate. I don't know. But I got it from a legit like medical place that sold CBD products. So yeah, like, and I noticed a huge difference. I don't know if it was a placebo effect or if it was actually making a difference, but I really think CBD has something to it. Like, I really do think there's some medicinal mental health properties to CBD and THC, but like, it's kind of harder to like, I guess, regulate your THC dose. I don't know. I could like puff on my little pen all fucking day, like, so that's probably not the best thing, but I am honest with my psychiatrist about my CBD and THC use, and she didn't seem to have an issue with it, like, at all. She pretty much told me, like, I almost thought she wanted to, like, say it's a good thing, but she couldn't because she's a psychiatrist and it's not a pharmaceutical, and I don't know. She probably has limitations on what she could talk about as far as CBD and THC. So, but she was kind of hinting at, like, yeah, that's a good thing, you know? So, like, maybe, I don't know. Maybe some psychiatrists would probably not agree, but, I don't know. She didn't necessarily tell me go take it. She just kind of told me, like, try to keep it the same product. Try to keep it the same dose. So, I mean, that's, I guess, good advice to try and keep balance and keep regulated. But as far as the anger thing, like, it's not, like, and I even have, like, that little voice in my head telling me, like, oh, you're triggered. You're triggered. Like, recognize it. Know you're triggered. And it's just, like, I can't get a hold of it. I can't get control of it. I need to breathe, meditate. Like, I haven't been doing that as much, and, you know, like, the self-care thing I think is huge, and, like, maybe I just haven't been doing that because I have a teenager. My niece is living here. She's 21. And then my two little sons who are just, like, little balls of energy. Like, oh my god, dude. They're 4 and 6. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to not leave anything else out as far as medication. None of my medications have been changed. As far as methadone, like, I'm back at 12 milligrams because I went down as far as 8, and then I just wasn't feeling it, dude. Like, in the mornings, I don't know if, like, it takes longer for your body to adjust when you get lower. That's what they say at the clinic, but, like, I have a trust issue as far as the clinic doctors, like, the methadone clinic doctors. I don't necessarily, like, trust them. I don't necessarily think that they really give a fuck. So, maybe they do, but I've just had, like, issues there, and probably I'm definitely a factor in those issues. Like, I contribute, because I am so blunt, and I am so, like, straightforward, and I'm kind of like a no bullshit, so they don't really like that. Like, they don't like to be told anything, especially if you're an addict, and you're going in there, and, like, you have a brain, but, like, you're an addict, like, you know, they look at you like you don't know shit. Like, you're just the low. Like, that's how I feel when it comes to the methadone clinic. I feel like they just look at you like you're a pathetic individual and you're going there for help, and, like, you're at their mercy, so they, like, can power trip on you. But maybe that's not every case. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying with my experience, and the way the clinics ran in Modesto is a fucking joke. So, that's why I don't go there anymore. But, yeah. So, anyways, that was the update. Mental health. I flipped out today. And it's only, like, 10 o'clock in the morning or something. I don't know. And it's funny because I have a take home, and, like, I didn't have to drive to the clinic today. It's about 15 minutes away. I didn't have to drive to the clinic, so you'd think, like, my day would be going better, but I think I kind of need that to have to get my ass up out of bed, get in the truck, drive there, wake the fuck up, get my blood going, take my dose, and then by the time I get back home, like, I'm good to go, because, you know, my blood's been going. I took my methadone, a whole 12 milligrams, yeah, so you would think my day would be going better, but, like, with me, nothing happens the way it fucking should, I swear to God. Yeah, so, I don't know, no other updates. I just feel like, yeah, Zoloft is helping, but I have the anger issue. If y'all have any coping with anger, like, I know that's, like, you know, a lot of people have it, and it's, hard to figure out, like, how to deal with it. I don't know if you know the reason why I take Zoloft, but my psychiatrist I guess, I don't know if it's a diagnosis or whatever, but she said I have PTSD and, I'm depressed, or she hasn't, like, said, like, I'm bipolar 1, bipolar 2. She hasn't mentioned any of that kind of stuff. I've kind of looked up on that, and I feel like I could fall into one of those categories. Maybe there's, like, more stuff she has to do to actually diagnose that. If it even fucking matters, honestly. Like, it doesn't matter. No, I'm just trying to get better. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Maybe there's a different kind of medication or whatever, but, like, I'm not the type of person that, like, wants to switch from medication to medication to medication. Like, I'm just not open to that. It took me, like, 2 months of going to this recovery services place. Is a mental health place where I live, and it took me, like, 2 months to actually just take the medication, to even start taking it. And that was hard enough for me, you know, because I feel like there's, like, a spiritual block, and I have these biases and these thoughts in my head that make me not want to take the medication. So, I finally started taking it. I noticed a positive, and then my boyfriend says that it's positive, that things are better. He would know, because he's been dealing with this shit forever. He seems less stressed out. Bless him. Like, I don't deserve him. He's, like, had to deal with my mental shit for years. Like, our daughter is gonna be 17, so 17 years of dealing with my crazy fucking ass. Doing pills, doing heroin off and on, meth off and on, just whatever, partying, you know, like, being crazy, flipping out, like, that's what he's been dealing with, so it's better now. Yeah, so, I don't know, that's the update, because I haven't updated you guys on the mental health issue. There's really no changes, just, I feel like things are getting better, except for the anger thing. I'm going to start going to the gym, and then I'll update you guys on that, and see if that's, like, kind of helps my anger, and my flip outs. But, I should start writing down when I have, like, an anger spasm. That way I know, like, how many I've had in the month, and I can see if it's getting better. So, alright, y'all. Like, subscribe. Namaste. I hope y'all have a great day, and if you're dealing with mental health issues, like, you're not alone. I know how fucking hard it is. It's stupid. But don't give up, because we only have this, like, one life, you know, and, I mean, we don't know, maybe we have more, who fucking knows, but, like, if we don't know that, so let's try to, like, make the best of our lives, and try to not stress the fuck out. So, yeah, anyways, y'all, see ya next time.